Greetings and good Tuesday. Thanks for being here on this second day of August. It's all news. Most all good news tonight as well. Really good news. Two major announcements coming from Congressman Hal Rogers. One that I've been telling you about in lieu of the announcement today at the industrial park and the sewer extension project that will not just affect the industrial park, but about 100 residents or more actually along the way. And then another major announcement that he made in Floyd County that he shared with me before he left Magoffin in regards to millions of dollars coming to generate tourism and economic growth here in Magoffin County. Excited to bring you that as well. I'm also excited to take you to the art bar for last night's exhibit by a local artist, and we'll talk about that. Another great story. A few other things to cover before we get there. And in fact, there are two reports tonight that would fall, if you will, under a category of bad news, so to speak. While we're talking about positive outlook in regards to tourism and economic growth. And our main stories tonight, still sign of the times, as a closure within the Booth Energy Corporation is going to affect more than 200 jobs as soon as next month. Very little known at this hour, except to say that there was a notice filed with the Kentucky Career Center just this morning. The closure will be effective, we know, at the end of September. Now, there are employees in several counties that will be affected, Floyd and Johnson and Martin and others, we believe. But with Booth Energy closing that particular portion of their corporation, that affects those employees, and I'll have more at a later date. The other story comes out of Prestonsburg and Pike County, where a Prestonsburg physician and instructor at the Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine at U-Pike has been arrested for serious charges. An attack on a woman who may not have been his patient, that is still unclear, but was definitely an acquaintance. A very bizarre story centered around a physician from Floyd County, Dr. Peter Zajac, who is also employed with the University of Pikeville. The 51-year-old doctor has been charged with assault and terroristic threatening. An arrest citation and subsequent warrant says that he spit and cursed at the victim. He also literally stabbed her, threatened to cut her jugular vein in an altercation, uncertain as to whether or not it was one or multiple altercations or events that took place back in March. The only thing released about the victim is that the victim was described as his romantic acquaintance and also a cancer patient, a stage 4 cancer patient at the Highlands Regional Medical Center in Prestonsburg. The doctor, even though the event took place in March or events, has now been lodged in the Floyd County Detention Center. It's our understanding that he is to be released on home incarceration at some point thereafter. He is described as a University of Pikeville associate professor of family medicine and the director of clinical skills training and evaluation. And hence, the University of Pikeville has issued a statement saying that, quote, they are aware that an employee was arrested and that employee is currently on suspension pending the completion of the university's investigation, saying they take allegations made against any employee seriously and will make a complete inquiry into the facts and circumstances concerning any alleged misconduct. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
Hi, I'm Attorney Jeff Lovely. At my law office, we're determined to offer you and your family outstanding, cost-effective, and responsive legal services. I can help you if you've been injured in a car wreck. I'll be in your corner if you have a DUI or other criminal charges. You can file bankruptcy and stop those harassing phone calls, or I'll fight for you and your children in divorce and custody cases. For all your legal services, contact me when it matters. In Syersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway, custom lift kits, bed liners, winches and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Anything and everything from A to Z, work or play, whatever you are looking for, find it for pennies on the dollar. That's gold, silver, jewelry, games, electronics, TVs, tools, musical instruments, new and used long and handguns, ammunition, and more, and they'll loan you cash today on anything worth $1. Parkway Gun and Pawn, 349-PAWN. Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
Now on to not one, but 2 major announcements for McGoffin County and Eastern Kentucky earlier today as Congressman Hal Rogers visited the area. This first one is another piece of the puzzle. The finished puzzle will be a product of industry, jobs, and economic growth. This all as Hal Rogers joined local officials in McGoffin County along with leaders from the Pride Organization and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers today to break ground on the new McGoffin County Industrial Park Extension Project, a $2.11 million project that will add some 50,000 linear feet of wastewater collection lines, sewer lines, from the existing treatment plant along US 460 to Gifford Road. The project funded by $1.06 million in grants through the Pride Organization and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and a $1.06 million investment from coal severance funds through the Kentucky Local Government Economic Development Fund. With the Mountain Parkway expansion, the formation of the industrial park, which is now on its way to having sewer service, with broadband and water and electric all on the horizon, today's announcement not only covers the sewer service to this site, but it also will connect the sewer plant on 460 down near North McGoffin Elementary to Elk Creek, May Branch, Long Branch, and Gifford residents. That's more than 110 homes and families that will be connected to the sewer service along the way to the industrial park.
25 acres ready to go. 100 acres for easy expansion. 100 acres for potential expansion. Located on the 4-lane Mountain Parkway, equidistant between Lexington, Kentucky and Huntington, West Virginia. Accessed by a $5 million state-of-the-art interchange. And today, the dedication of a $2.1 million project, $1.1 million from the federal and $1 million in coal severance for the Sayersville-McGoffin County sewer expansion, which will provide not only sewer to this park, but also sewer to 100 families.
And now, I think this will be one of the first industrial parks in Eastern Kentucky that's going to have water, sewer, electric, and gas, all of it for infrastructure. So we're ready to roll if anybody out there got a business wants to come. Keep looking over this way, because hopefully soon we hope we'll have something going on here great, not just for McGoffin County, just not for Sayersville, for Eastern Kentucky.
This is another step in getting this location prepared to begin to bring industry in here. I've spoken multiple times with Secretary Gill, with our Economic Development Cabinet. I've already been promoting this site. As a matter of fact, I was on a phone call yesterday talking with a company that I am trying my best to twist their arms or whatever I can to tell them that this is the place they need to be. With the expansion of the Mountain Parkway, with the 4-lane coming through, this sitting right at the exit, we are a prime spot. I know that Stanton, no offense to them, claims themselves the gateways to the mountains, but McGoffin County is the gateway to eastern Kentucky.
I will tell you, I have worked many a shift on tired legs, stood at the edge of the football field for our kids to be able to have an opportunity that other children have, thanks to this gentleman right here next to us. His seniority and class and the presence that he has reflects all of us, and he does such a good job at it. But I wrap up by saying this. My father always told me that a statesman's not something you can call yourself, son. He said, it's something other people have to call you for it to mean anything. And he's right. So let me introduce you to one of Kentucky's grand statesmen that you already know. Our statesman, Congressman Hal Rogers.
I want to applaud and thank the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the Pride organization in our area for being a part of this vision that you're working on, working together to invest in this sewer project, to extend service to 100 more families, and of course this industrial park. And that's important for this park, to be able to attract industry, because you got to have the sewage connection, and this will bring it. Pride has helped extend sewer service and septic systems to nearly 60,000 homes in my area.
Okay, I've got it. 1, 2, we're doing a half.
This project that we're dealing with today, the sewer extension to this industrial park, will mean something for the future. It means jobs will come here. They would not have been able to come here without a sewer. So this sewer connection will be big time. But otherwise, we've been able to try to work with you on the cut-through years ago that I think has saved the city from flooding for all these years. Bell County and the Wildlife Visitor Center, the 14,000-acre preserve there at Cumberland Gap, for example. There's hiking trails. Over in Floyd County, they're working on another trail, and on. There are projects that are popping up all over the place because people are now realizing, hey, this is our future. We've got to do it ourselves.
The project is expected to take or be completed in about a year. Now, in a lot less time than that, in only a matter of a few moments, I'll be back with another, essentially, $2 million announcement and investment in McGoffin County. Stay tuned.
We are all human. Because we're not perfect, we tend to make mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes are severe and carry more consequences than others. If you have been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or because of someone's mistake, reckless or careless behavior, you deserve help with your medical expenses, lost wages, and serious permanent pain and injuries that you have been made to suffer and will continue to suffer for the rest of your life. If you have been injured, I can help. I'm attorney Don Wayne McFarland. Call me and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400.
August is hot, and so are the savings at Appalachian Wireless, where all smartphones are 50% off. The 64-gig Galaxy S8, normally $149.99, now $74.99. Sizzle! The GS8 Plus, normally $249.99, now $124.99. Scorchin'! Even the 64, 128, and 256-gig models, all 50% off. Forget it! 50% off all smartphones while supplies last. 2-year agreement required. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months, no interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Get your $10 tickets now for the 14th annual and perhaps biggest community day yet, featuring the incredible Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, and other headliners like the Dave Atkins Band, the Edgar Loudermilk Band with Jeff Autry, Toddy Preston and the Black Powder Express, and many, many, many more. And all the food, fun, games, and fabulous prizes that you can stand, all for just $10. And kids 12 and under, they get in for free. Community Day in the Ramey Park in Sagersville is Saturday, August the 19th. Now, while Hal Rogers was in McGoffin County earlier today, before he left for the Big Sandy ad office for another announcement, a multi-million-dollar announcement, he gave me the details on what he was going to announce this afternoon, so I could stay here and get it ready for the show tonight. To be perfectly honest, he was very gracious to do so. Rogers and the Kentucky Energy and Environment Cabinet today announced 3 grants worth almost $5 million to spur economic development and job creation in eastern Kentucky. 2 of the grants were awarded by the EEC's Division of Abandoned Mine Lands as part of the 2016 Abandoned Mine Lands pilot program to revitalize the coalfields in Kentucky's Appalachian region. The city of Prestonsburg has been given preliminary approval for $1.95 million in grants towards the development of the Prestonsburg to David Rails to Trails project. And here in McGoffin County, the Royalton Trail Town Group has been preliminary approved for a $1.9 million grant towards the development of a campsite and recreational area on a 15-acre tract of land in Royalton that lies, of course, along the Dawkins Trail and the Licking River.
I'm proud of the new projects that we're announcing today, and that's $1.9 million for the Royalton Trail that the local community's been pushing and working on themselves, and I've got to thank them for all the great work. But that's something that will mean tourists in the region seeing the beauty that you and I share, and hopefully staying in our hotels and eating our restaurant food and the like. So it's about economic development. It's about trying to keep jobs here.
Both projects in Floyd and McGoffin County were unveiled officially at the Big Sandy ad office in Prestonsburg this afternoon. Rogers, who championed $195 million in federal funding for the AML pilot program over the past 2 years, as you heard, was very proud to make the announcement. The Royalton Trail Town Development Project will include campsites and cabins for rent. It will also include horse barns and other amenities, all spurring economic growth in McGoffin County. And, for that matter, for the rest of the 36-mile Dawkins Trail. While the Prestonsburg project will acquire old CSX lines to develop trails from Prestonsburg to David, and that includes a Leviza Fork water trail beginning at the Middle Creek National Battlefield. And I also have to note that while at the Big Sandy ad board earlier today, Congressman Rogers presented Difference Maker Awards to the Royalton Trail Town Committee for all their work. A group of folks who are only, I'm sure, more motivated than ever by the realization that their efforts have paid off and that there are more opportunities out there.
That signifies to all the rest of us that you can find a nugget to work on to improve the lives of your neighbors. That project not only gave those people a thrill to work on something together that's beautiful and nice, but also it means that the rest of the community is going to benefit from their sacrifice in making that trail. That's bringing tourists into our region and allowing people here to enjoy the trail themselves.
And while I didn't get to make the trek over today with them for the official announcement, we will officially be hearing some thoughts from the Royalton Trail Town Committee and others on this subject very soon. A very big deal for not just Royalton and McGoffin County, but for all of the viewing area and all of those who we hope will come visit. I'll be right back. More big news. Don't go anywhere. Here's another rare find at Gateway Motors. This Subaru Tribeca all-wheel drive loaded with third-row seating and more, and great deals and low payments, most under $200 on units like this 07 Santa Fe all-wheel drive, this 2012 F-150. How about this 08 Yukon all-wheel drive, 90,000 miles, a one-owner, and everything else on the lot at Gateway Motors in Sagersville. 349 cars. Stop by the seasonal shop for the two biggest events of the season and find all the help, gifts, and decor you need with baby and wedding registry, something extra special for the new arrival or that little one turning one or more, and wedding registry, ideas, and planning for everything from the ceremony to gifts to the home. And the seasonal shop also has thoughtful ways to honor memories of loved ones lost, with personal and gravesite decorations that they'll gladly deliver to our local funeral homes. Find something to cherish all your memories at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Come by and check out this 2014 Jeep Compass 4x4, and come by and check out this luxurious, roomy, limited 2011 Town & Country. And this row of 2015 and 2016 Nissans and Fords and more, all like new, with low miles starting at $99.95. Check them all out at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. And another good story to share with you tonight, one I so enjoyed, one many other folks have enjoyed, and one that many others will enjoy. Two stories, in fact, all rolled into one, about two local artists, about two longtime friends. One who took a leap with her love of the arts and opened the Art Bar in Sagersville. And the other who as well has been a lifelong artist, taught art at the Harold Whitaker Middle School and the McGough County High School for about 7 years, and now gone on to further her career, and was so perfectly so, the first of what will be many artists featured at the Art Bar owned by Brooklyn Messer, which is where we'll begin. Located in this building directly across from Howard's Cable, just above the newsroom here on East Maple Street on Route 40, Brooklyn Messer has been an artist all her life, and just this January opened the Art Bar after a long dream of opening an art gallery, some sort of venue for classes, exhibits, all with really no idea just how well it would be received.
You know, I took the leap and it turned out great. So now we're here and it just keeps growing and getting bigger and better. So that's wonderful because I think art is such an important part of a community. And when you get in these little towns like any town in Eastern Kentucky, it's kind of, difficult because you have all these artists, these unknown artists who would never, think that they would be able to have an artist reception like this. But it's places like the MAC and here and little places like this that can offer that. So that's something that is really important to me and I think is just of utmost importance to a community and is often neglected.
And of course, a big part of the Art Bar, the classes on weekends where most people come in never picking up a paintbrush before, maybe never drawing, and never realizing just how amazingly easy it was going to be and how much fun they were going to have. Many leaving and buying their own art supplies afterwards. It's a place where you can come with friends or family, enjoy a glass of water, a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, if you're old enough, of course, and just an incredibly relaxing and fun time with the arts.
They come in the door and they're like, I have never picked up a paintbrush in my life. I've never painted, I've never drawn, I've never done anything in my life like this. I'm not artistic at all. But they want to try it, and it's just something that some of them, honestly a lot of them, have come in, and when they sit down to paint, they do amazing. And they would have never known that they were an artist until they come to do a class. And I tell everybody, do not be intimidated because it's something that is taught and it's learned and it's instructed by me and other artists. Now I'm able to offer other artists. But it's something that, they can come and do and, at first be intimidated, but then they learn really quickly that it's just fun and that they can do it.
And Brooklyn is just as proud of the Art Bar's success as she is to have longtime friend Heather Owens to be the first artist featured, the first of many. Heather, who among many other talents, has a surreal vision of whimsical animals, you may notice, mostly chickens.
I'm super proud of her because she can do anything. She's just one of those artists that doesn't work with one medium or another. She just does it all. And I'm jealous because she's so good. And I'm really proud of her. I'm proud of her, and that's why I wanted her to be the first, artist that I did feature.
This behind me is, I enjoy the giggle. This stuff makes me giggle. Everybody likes to giggle. I like to giggle. So I think it's an interesting, eye-catching piece because it's funny, it's comical. The Chicka T-Rex, he jumps out at you. You kind of notice him first.
And while Heather says the Chicka T-Rex is indeed her most popular, I told her I was honest in saying that I couldn't help but be drawn into some others. Many light, some a little darker, one a very vibrant self-portrait. All on exhibit for the rest of the month. But you might be interested in knowing that Heather will be at the Art Bar for much longer.
A couple months ago, she invited me to start teaching classes here, so I teach string art classes once a month here. And she's commissioned several pieces in here for me to do as a permanent, like her Make Art Not War sign and Make Art Not Dishes.
I love that. I caught that from across the street.
Yeah, that's part of my string art stuff.
And she does indeed cover it all, from string art, as you heard, oil, acrylics, melted crayons, just some absolutely beautiful works. Once again, still on display at the Art Bar, which Heather is so thrilled to have, and not just because of the venue to showcase her works this month, but because of the promise it holds for all of those artists or those interested in the arts, or who may not know that they are yet in Magoffin County.
I think Brooke has done leaps and bounds for this community. Even where I live in Hazard, there's not a place to come and do classes. There's not a place to display your work. And I think this is a huge blessing for Salyersville.
We're going to do this once a month. So at the beginning of every single month, we're going to have a different local artist with different works, and their works will be featured at the Art Bar all month, and they're all for sale, and anyone can come at any time that they want to see them. People in class can see them, So it's something that I'm really excited about because, it gives people community. It's a big thing. It just gives people community, and they're like, I can't wait, for the next showing or the next art. It just brings people together, and I just think that's really important.
To anyone else, it might just be Thursday, but around here, it's Dipper Day at your Sagersville Lee's, where a plate full of big, white chunks of crispy chicken, 2 homemade sides, and a big buttery biscuit is only $4.99, and only $4.29 after 4 o'clock. So for lunch, a night free from the kitchen, or to cater your next big family or business gathering, call your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. All right, to wrap it up, and with all the news that we've covered, you may be understanding of the fact that I don't have your weather graphics in normal fashion. I didn't have a community calendar and a few other things that just didn't have room for, to be quite honest. I didn't have any new announcements or anything of that nature, so we were able to hold off on those until tomorrow. What I can tell you is that this is, the showers that we saw, thunderstorms that we saw, an opening act, if you will, of a really large cold front that comes in by the end of the work week. So just consider that a taste. I actually logged, looks like 4/10 of an inch of rain there in just a matter of a half hour or so there. Good little downpour here at the studio. Tonight, let me just say this, a chance of some isolated showers, mainly before 11. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and low of 61. For your Thursday, look for some isolated showers and thunderstorms afternoon, about 20% chance thereof. Otherwise, just fog in the morning and mostly sunny skies tomorrow. And remember, things are changing. We do have showers and thunderstorms likely for your Friday and still a cooler Saturday and Sunday. Right now, Saturday being adjusted to about 78 and sunny, about 81 on your Sunday. But I'll tell you more about that and a whole lot of other news when I see you back here next time. For now, thank you so much for watching and being a part of the show. Good night.